Let's kick things off with Donald Trump. That's right. The man's so bad at sex, he pays people not to talk about it. Yep. We're still all waiting for the cops to arrest him for lying about his affair with a porn star, but until then, he's continuing his presidential campaign and staying focused on the important issues, like lying about his affair with a porn star.
Former President Trump used his first official campaign rally in Waco, Texas, to denounce the legal threats against him.
People see it's bullshit, and they go and they say, it's unfair. The District Attorney of New York, under the auspices and direction of the Department of Injustice in Washington, D.C., was investigating me for something that is not a crime, not a misdemeanor, not an affair. I never liked Horseface. It's just not. That's a terrible thing. That wouldn't be the one. There is no one. We have a great First Lady.
Wow. Nice save, bro. You could actually see his brain try to turn the car around that his mouth was driving. I didn't have an affair, and I've never had an affair, and I actually never had sex. Did you know that? I'm a virgin, and the best and biggest virgin ever. By the way, I do the worst Trump impersonation in the world. I suck at doing Trump. But yeah, over the weekend, Trump kicked off his 2024 campaign in Waco, Texas. I love that Trump's running for office and from the law at the same time. How great is that? He's going to be the first presidential candidate who's going to be giving speeches from his getaway car. Oh, yeah. My fellow Americans, we got to lower inflation. We got to get a handle on China. And most importantly, we have to crack down on crime. You'll never take me alive, you pigs! Yeah, I think my Trump impersonation is getting better, don't you? There was yet another school shooting yesterday, and this time in Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, sir, where 6 people were killed, including 3 children. For this to happen even once is unacceptable, but now it seems to be happening all the goddamn time. And like all of you, I'm sick to death of this. And I want you to know, and I want to know what our representatives plan to do about it, okay? But because if you ask this, yes. Oh, yeah. Because if you ask this representative from Tennessee, he plans to do jack shit about it.
So it's a horrible, horrible situation, and we're not going to fix it. Criminals are going to be criminals, and my daddy fought in the Second World War, fought in the Pacific, fought the Japanese, and he told me, he said, buddy, he said, if somebody wants to take you out and doesn't mind losing their life, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do about it.
There's not a lot of heck you can do about it? That's the best you have to offer? You're a congressman. If you don't have any ideas for how to keep our kids safe, get the out of the way. Yes. And go work at a Pinkberry or some shit. And by the way, no disrespect to his father, but if going to school in America feels like fighting in World War II, that should be a sign that things are seriously up in America, okay? Now, there's still a lot that we don't know about this crime. The police say it's possible that the shooter was born female and now identifies as male. So, of course, a lot of Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene are now saying that trans people are the problem, which I know seems crazy. That's right. It seems crazy because since 99.9% of the mass shooters are not trans. But you know what, Marjorie? I have a proposal for you. Psst, psst, come here. Here's the thing, Marjorie. I agree with you. I don't think trans people should be allowed to own assault rifles either. So let's stop them. But just to be safe, we should also ban non-trans people from owning assault rifles, okay? Just in case they become trans, okay? You know what I mean? No assault weapons for anybody. That'll show them. And some people might tell you that I'm trying to trick you into supporting gun control, but we all know you're too smart for that. Come on, you can trust me, homegirl. It's just you and me, baby.
We're interrupting this package right now because we have some breaking news, and it is historic news out of Lower Manhattan right now. A federal jury, a grand jury, has voted to indict former President Trump. The first time ever that a former president has been criminally charged.
That's right. Lady Justice grabbed Trump by the pussy. And you know, I take a firm stance against mass incarceration, okay? But for this, I'm willing to make an exception. I just hope they take it easy on him and put him at least in a cell with his lawyer. But hey, let this be a lesson to all you kids out there, okay? If you commit fraud to cover up an affair with a porn star, the law will catch up to you after like 7 years and a full term as president. Now, I know we're all hoping to see him put in handcuffs, but we don't know how it's all going to go down. The report is that they're going to try to negotiate his surrender. Either that or they'll leave a trail of Big Macs leading to the prison. And, you know, a lot of pundits, like Lindsey Graham, are saying this is going to be good for Trump. But motherfucker, why don't you get arrested and see if it's good for you? Shit. Anyway, we don't know when this will actually arrest him or how it's going to pan out. But hey, maybe going to prison might be good for Trump. It may be what he needs. Because at least in prison, he'll be able to pursue his greatest passions. Reading, working out, and converting to Islam. Timmy, you're going to be all right. I promise you. And scene. Wow, that was quite spectacular, John. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm impressed. You're very articulate.
Oh, yeah, and no accent. Full sentences. Huh?
John, I almost forgot you're not white.
Oh, yeah, me too. And can you imagine if you were white? Superstar alert.
Mm-hmm. You'd be one of the big white guys, like Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Tom Hardy.
Spitball. Have you thought of changing your name to Tom Leguizamo?
Oh, yeah, or how about a Tom Leguizamo and do a double Tom thing, you know?
Ooh, I like that.
Hey, Tom, let me ask you something. Could you do a little more Latin?
Yes, but also less Latin. So wait, more or less Latin?
Exactly.
Just do what you did in the George Lopez show.
I'm not in the George Lopez show.
Right. I might be thinking of George Lopez.
I just don't understand what you mean by do it less Latin.
Well, John, Latin people don't want to see Latin people. They want to see white people.
White people named Tom.
Well, you know how there's hot salsa and mild salsa? Well, people want ketchup.
Well, speaking of, anybody want a hit?
Oh, hell yeah, chop me.
Chihuahua, that's spicy. What's in that? Tomato.
All right. Let's take it from the top.
And this time, John, can you do us a version that's a little more, street?
Aren't they playing a doctor?
A Latin doctor.
Yeah, but who's not Latin?
Oh, but hold this piñata just in case.
Ow!
You're welcome.
Hey, what the hell's wrong with you guys?
Tom, hey, wait.
That pendejo was loco.
Let's move on to Wisconsin, because they're about to have an election for the state Supreme Court that's hugely important. And not just for there, but for the whole goddamn country. And it's a little complicated to explain why in a short time, but fortunately, I'm a Latino New Yorker, and I can talk very fast. All right. I know you're with me. Yeah, All right. So let me break it down for you in my new segment, A New York Minute. Hit the clock. Okay, here's what's at stake. 1, abortion. When Roe versus Wade was overturned, Wisconsin automatically went back to strict anti-abortion law from 1849. That is so long ago. You know what the #1 movie was in 1849? Nothing. They weren't invented yet. If the liberal wins, she can abort that law. 2, gerrymandering. Republicans have permanently stolen the state legislature. A liberal judge can fix that shit. It's more technical than that, but I don't have the time to explain it. 3, Donald Trump. That motherfucker oh, shit. Just vote. Okay? Yesterday, Trump sat down for an interview on Fox News with Sean Mantidis. That's his real name. And it sounds like Trump isn't happy that Ron DeSantis might run against him after all the help he gave Ron when he was running for governor.
Ron came to see me, tears in his eyes. He said, I need you to do me a big favor. Would you endorse me? I fought for you. So I said, let's give it a shot, Ron, okay? And he was desperate. I said, okay. I gave him a nice endorsement. I got him the nomination. By the way, could have never gotten the nomination. He would be working in either a pizza parlor place or a law office right now, okay? And he wouldn't be very happy.
Wow. Ron DeSantis would be working in a pizza parlor? I guess in Trump's mind, every Italian is working in a pizza place or a law office, or even better, a pizza place that's also a law office. I put it on backwards. Ha ha. Hey, you, come here, you mook. Have you been injured on the job? And you're hungry? Then come on into Di Stefano and Sons. And if we can't win your case, the garlic knots are to die for. Hey, stronzo, pangule, ridi sta casa, I got your, yeah, right here, bye. Now, you probably missed this because of the casual racism, but Trump said that Ron DeSantis came to him crying. Though, if you hear enough of his stories, you probably notice that this happens to Trump all the time.
I mean, I had a man come up to me who's a strong, tough guy, and he had tears coming down his eyes. People came to me and they saw me and they were crying. I stood yesterday with 75 construction workers. Half of them had tears pouring down their face. And they walk into the Oval Office and they start crying. This guy, he hasn't cried since he was a baby and probably didn't cry then either. And now he's crying. This happens all the time. This happens all the time. Thank you. Tears.
Why? Why are people always in tears around Donald Trump? What's up with this guy? Is his body odor so strong that people's eyes just start watering around him? Right? Is he constantly chopping onions? Is he always just playing the beginning of Up for some reason? Now, to hear Trump tell it, a wall would put a stop to illegal immigration, but that's a myth. Because the truth is, these days, a majority of undocumented immigrants come into the country legally, and they just overstay their visas. That means most illegal immigration doesn't start at the Rio Grande. It starts at the airport between the Cinnabon and the baggage claim. And by the way, Donald Trump, of all people, I thought you would understand wanting to stay longer than you're supposed to. Yep. And here's another myth, because for some demagogues, brown people coming to America isn't scary enough on its own, so there's one specific type of immigrant that they want to scare you about: the drug smugglers.
Illegal immigrants from Mexico who are trafficking these pills that look like candy for children into the country.
They're carrying drugs on their back. They're bringing fentanyl.
Those people are bringing in fentanyl, which is killing thousands of Americans every month.
It's not like fentanyl walks across the border by itself. It comes with illegal immigrants.
Of course, fentanyl doesn't walk across the border by itself. Do you know the street value of fentanyl? That bitch drives a caddy. But yeah, they want to scare you about the hordes of criminals coming across the border to profit off of our opioid crises, which is messed up, because that's what we have pharmaceutical companies for. But the truth is that only 0.02% of people arrested by Border Patrol for crossing illegally had fentanyl on them. But guess who is being arrested for smuggling fentanyl? American citizens. They're 86% of convicted fentanyl traffickers. So when you think about fentanyl trafficker, think less about this and more about this. Bro, dude, I got fentanyl up my ass. I got it in my ears, I got it up my nose. I wish I had another orifice, I'd pack it up full of fentanyl. But you know how it goes, bro. And here's the bigger point I'm trying to make. The vast, vast majority of undocumented immigrants do not sell drugs. They do not shoot people. They do not commit terrorism. They do not commit any crimes. They're human beings searching for a better life. And they don't want to get in trouble, especially since they don't want to get caught and be deported. I'm the same way. When I'm a guest in someone's house, I'm on my best behavior. I take off my shoes, I hold in my farts, I bring a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, but then when I'm in my own house and I'm in the living room terrorizing the couch with my bare balls, that's a different story. We shot that before I shaved the beard. Anyway, here's another myth these demagogues say, that migrants are stealing American jobs.
When you have a wide open border and you got millions of illegal aliens coming into our country, what do you think those people are going to do? They're going to go take jobs that could have otherwise been American jobs.
Millions of American jobs are disappearing at the hands of illegal immigrants.
Joe Biden's 5 million illegal aliens are on the verge of replacing you, replacing your jobs.
Yeah, these immigrants are taking all the jobs. Food jobs, farm jobs, Steve jobs. All of them. These demagogues want you to believe that if you lost your job, it's not because of corporate outsourcing or automation or the destruction of unions or cost cutting to maximize profits for shareholders. No, it's Jose's fault. Shame on you, Jose. But the truth is, undocumented immigrants are mostly filling jobs that Americans have no interest in doing. I mean, are you going to tell me there are Americans just lining up wishing they could pick vegetables in the sun all the livelong day? America's a trip, man. First, you didn't want to do any of the field work, and now you want to do all the field work. Make up your goddamn mind. All right, so long story short, we can debate about the border, but what we can't do is dehumanize these people. That's not going to lead to the right policies. That's only going to lead to tragedy. So the next time you hear people scaremongering you about the border, remember, they're not preaching facts, they're promoting fear. And that's the only wall they've built, the one between themselves and reality.